So it's 6:45 in the morning, and any minute now I'm going to go over to the couch and wrap myself in a sheet and fall asleep. A few shout outs to my people, my 8 subscribers, the big 8, the original 8, the perceptive 8. Some of you have written me messages which I haven't responded to, and the reason I haven't responded, there are always many reasons, but one of the main ones is I'm a little bit phobic about typing. I used to keep a journal which ran up to millions and millions of words and got in the way of doing work that I was supposed to be doing. And then I had a job that involved writing and 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 writing that I didn't want to be writing. I can write, I can type, I will write, I will, but not consistently and not reliably. What was the question? A guy by the name of Frodo Man, who I subscribe to, wrote me asking, why did you subscribe to my videos? Which one do you like? I saw Tea Time, and I found it to be intriguing. I also just, essentially, I'm jealous of you. I'm jealous of all the young filmmakers today who have this technology that I didn't have when I was a kid. That sounds condescending or stupid or something, but I mean, let me just show you. This was the camera that I started out filmmaking with, my dad's 8mm movie camera, wind-up camera, silent camera, of course. Good luck editing this kind of stuff too. Maybe I'll do a blog about that at some point. Hippie Hillbilly. I was really compelled by your My Hometown, What's Left of It video. That kind of thing really speaks to me. You expressed interest in seeing the short film that I mentioned in my previous blog, the one that won me this award up here. I don't know whether it will ever end up on YouTube because, number one, it's 18 minutes long, and although I do expect to get a director account, I may find that when I compress it down to 100 megabytes at 18 minutes, the image quality, which is fairly important to me, will be lost, and then
all this trim looks like original oak. It must be 100 years old. My God, look at that leaded glass.
I'm gonna have to hire someone to clear out all this crap.
I bet there are some real finds here.
Great, I've inherited a junk shop.
I wonder what's upstairs. Oh, hello. It's the woman I saw in the window.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Waiting for you.
also it has some nudity. Not any more than you would find in like an episode of late night cop TV when they're trying to be edgy or whatever. But perhaps too much for YouTube. Asserty Dances. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for telling me that I'm smart. People always seem to see that I'm smart, and they don't seem to understand that smart is just another form of stupidity, at least in my case. You like the color of my walls? Well, thank you. Thank you. I just want to say, very compelled by your what little dancing you've put in your blogs, and would like to see more. Also compelled by your blog persona. I don't want to say that I like it per se, because you don't seem to be terribly happy about the situation you find yourself in. And I remember when I graduated from UCLA and found myself shackled to $1,800 worth of student loans. What editing system am I using? Final Cut Pro, which I originally got into because it was the only one that was accessible to me, but I have fallen in love with it for years and years. I had a PC because my job involved writing, just endlessly writing, and so I needed Microsoft Word, and I had a PC so I could have Microsoft Word on it. And I didn't hate my computer, but I didn't particularly like it. But it was cheap, and and all my art friends and any art stranger that I would meet would always say, "Oh, you've got to get a Mac because you can't really be an artist unless you have a Mac." And I would just grit my teeth and kind of snarl and say, "Well, Apple's going to go out of business one of these days, and I know that Microsoft is never going to go out of business." But then nonlinear editing systems came along, and I really, really wanted one. And eventually I got the opportunity, I got a windfall that would allow me to get what at the time seemed like an extremely expensive computer, my first Mac, which is the one that I showed off recently in my previous blog, the one that melted on me about 6 months about 6 months after the Apple Care ran out. Yeah, I love my Mac. I just love it. I love it. In fact, Superlunary, you asked your 6 questions or 5 questions. I'll respond to one right now. Would I want to live in some other time? Well, if I had to, I'd want to live in the 60s at a slightly older age than I was a very young kid in the 60s. And I wouldn't have minded being a 20-something in the 60s. But in general, I don't want to live any other time. And there are a bunch of reasons for that, but the main one is I just love my Mac. My Mac wouldn't be there for me in Napoleon's time. So I just couldn't live there. That and the stench. Who have I not answered here? Magnolus. I believe I subscribed to you and then you subscribed back to me. And I just follow these weird trains of connection and find my way to things. And I believe the thing that caught my attention originally was your blog about Irish people. I thought that was really... Plus you're Norwegian. Here, as you can see here, these are my Norwegian grandfather's World War I dog tags. I know that these will have special meaning for you because you're Norwegian. And now I'm really sleepy and I just want to go to bed, but I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, and Superlunary. Where's my LOL for showing you the mummified hitchhiker?